ponerte a escribir y ver cómo evoluciona la historia y los personajes, ¿no? De hecho, él comenta que él empieza a escribir directamente el guión sin estructurar, sin hacer lo previo, porque a él lo que le encanta es, bueno, primero poner a sus personajes en situación y luego ver hacia dónde le llevan. Y que los personajes, pues al principio los va guiando, pero que poquito a poco van donde quieren ellos, van cobrando vida. Y hay un momento dado en el que parece que estás viendo la película porque los personajes incluso te dicen y te cuentan la historia y te dicen a dónde quieren ir, ¿no? Entonces, él hace primero sus primeras versiones del guión basándose en esto y luego ya, como con estas versiones pues siempre hay una falta de lógica, ritmo, etcétera, él cuenta que luego ya reescribe el guión pensando en darle esa lógica, ese ritmo que le falta, aunque a veces en ese proceso de reescritura se pierde la magia original que había en esos personajes.
Bueno, of course, and that's why I worked with him again. Otherwise, I wouldn't have worked with him again if I didn't like the guy. You know, one of the stumbling blocks of getting Dark City financed was always studios want you to cast a big movie star in a movie, particularly if it's beyond a certain budget. They always want someone that we know, you know. And my problem with that in Dark City is that I kept saying to people is, I don't want Tom Cruise in this film because the guy doesn't know who he is. So if the audience is sitting there going, "You're Tom Cruise," you know, just it's a silly thing, but it's almost like a kind of you know, it just contradicts the whole story in many ways, you know. So I wanted someone who was not exactly a big star, you know, and of course they had a problem with that. So you know, we were lucky to get, you know, William Hurt and Kiefer Sutherland, who were established big stars. Jennifer Connelly, not so much then, she's become a big star since, but those two actors helped me be able to cast Rufus in that role. Rufus is great. He's coming at it from a whole different perspective, and I mean, it was interesting to have worked with him on, and I've tried to cast him on other movies of mine since. I cast Rufus in everything because I like the guy so much. But I've cast him in movies that never got made, you know. So it was many years between Dark City and Gods of Egypt, and Rufus had changed enormously. He's still a very good actor, of course, but he's become much more, I guess, technically aware of the filmmaking process. Because when I first worked with him on Dark City, he'd done TV for the BBC, he'd done some small movies. He'd done a lot of theatre because it's kind of his background. He's a, you know, classically trained actor. So his whole methodology was quite different, which took me by surprise. You know, I was expecting exactly the same type of actor on the set, but still obviously a joy to work with him. You know, I like working with people a few times. My crew is usually the same people over and over again. And some actors I use over and over. A lot of the big stars, not so much, because often it doesn't work out. But I like having that shorthand you develop with people that know you, that trust you. That's the most important thing. Is there has to be trust between actors and directors, and it doesn't matter who you are as a director and who the actors are. There's some time is spent through the rehearsal process, building up a trust, so that when I say something to them, they trust me, you know, and also when they say something to me or do something, I trust them as well, you know. But obviously with someone who's a good friend who you've worked with before, that's already there, you know. So we can have more fun in many ways, you know, with when we're working, and there's, you know, the uncertainty, the insecurities are not there, you know.
Okay.